American Deathcamp, hosted by Stone Fox Detroit, is made possible by the Kill Podcasters Network, this station and other public television stations, and Sam Bakeman-Fried. Funding.
I cut us a little early.
Good evening, dreamers, believers, and producers, schemers out there.
Scheming against the show now.
You know, we've had some things change with the show right before we decided to record. So I'm used to hiccups and road bumps and changing the roadmap for the show. Right?
Sometimes you just got to do that.
It happens, everybody. Hello, welcome to American Deathcamp, another entry into the series. I am your host, Stone Fox Detroit, the one and only. And tonight, we're going to dive into some fun stuff, some extremely fun stuff. We've changed our whole direction with the show. As you were looking forward to from last week, our wonderful interview with Nathan Torres that we had scheduled. He's currently caught in traffic, I believe, in a 50-car pileup somewhere between Midland, Texas, and Big Spring.
So no Nate tonight.
No Nate tonight, unfortunately, everybody. You're gonna have to hang on. Okay, you're gonna have to stay tuned for updates with that ongoing amazing segment that we've still got it in the works. So, you know.
My gosh, I'm excited. I mean, people just get to enjoy the death camp they've come to know and love.
Yeah, of course. Ghost in for a second.
Oh
please.
My gosh.
Ghost
Hi.
People love the ghosting. They love the effects on the show. That's part of the production. Such high quality standards for the effects. That's where most of the money goes from Kill Podcasters Network, you know.
This is into making us look translucent because we lost use of some lights today.
Yeah, we did. we sometimes we lose the lights. God plays a part in that. He likes to fuck with us a little bit. Hope everybody out there is doing great. You ready to get to some content?
Dude, I would love to. Where are we jumping in today?
Okay. Well, first, of course, you got to go to killpodcasters.com. Okay. Check out all the shows. Check out this show and follow for more information. Okay. There's gonna be some new updates with that soon. So. All right, we talked a little bit a couple weeks ago about UAPs, aliens maybe being demons.
Yes.
You remember that? Yes. So I want you to, somebody's going to talk a little bit about that. Somebody that I like to use to express my feelings on things since I can't do that. So type in UAP demons.
Yeah, we got this ready to go. You know,
yes.
Is this sort of an? Oh no, this is a professional commentator.
This is the guy that I like to go to when I don't have the words for it. So, yes, that's who everybody likes to go to. Our favorite man, Alex Jones, Mr. J.
Yeah, for America's real first man.
This is the real top J for me. Okay.
Demons, just like the Bible says. It's basically an intergalactic invasion into this space through people. I'm telling you, it's what all the ancients said. It's what they warned of. It's what we're dealing with.
It was written in the
They're
scrolls,
demons.
the books.
They're frickin' interdimensional invaders, okay? I'll just say it. Make fun of me all you want on CNN or wherever, but everyone already innately knows this.
On News Nation, you're making fun of me. On this show, on American Deathcamp, we will never make fun of you, okay? I love you. I respect you, Mr. Jones, especially your viewpoints on aliens. How do you feel about the demon thing? I know we touched a little bit based on it before, but has he convinced you a little bit?
So he doesn't leave me convinced that they're demons, but
that's why he got into some trouble. He had trouble himself convincing people of some things. So.
Well, where I sort of fall with this question is that the universe is probably so much more weirder than we could ever theorize it to be.
Yes. The truth is stranger than fiction.
And I really do think that somewhere out there you might have a form of consciousness we haven't observed yet, like maybe a sentient cloud of gas.
Yes.
A series of complex chemicals floating through space that somehow has created life.
Yes, there are many dimensions that we probably cannot comprehend.
Yeah, I mean, gosh. It seems like Alex has done a lot of reading about the current psychedelic culture and sort of fused it with his belief in Christianity.
Yes, diving into his own crystal palantir of all of this.
And, I think it's, if there's one favor he's doing, he's helping modernize the Christian narrative, I think, because it's like people are now having secular experiences with angels and demons and aliens.
Yeah.
And religion needs an answer for this.
Yeah.
And so coming forward and being like, hey, those machine elves you saw in DMT, they're demons.
Oh yeah, he's pushing that narrative. People say we're fighting the good fight. He's fighting the good fight for the Christians out there.
Oh, dude, he put his neck out there and it got lopped off.
Oh yes,
for sure.
It was a good $1 billion ticket. for all
Did
of
he
that.
rack up a bill?
I believe it's $1 billion. Yes.
Oh, yeah, from the Sandy Hook trial.
Yes, SH. Yes,
SH,
I
yeah.
call it SH here on the show. I like to be a little careful.
Yeah,
I like
you
to
don't want to
tread-
get dinged.
Yes, I try not to tread the line too hard. Especially even just showing him on my show is bound to get us canceled. So I got to be careful with that. So I wanted to bring him up because he's going to talk about it a little bit. Do you want to see some footage? People like this. They like seeing the UFO footage. I've got some footage here.
Oh, yeah, dude. What do I type in to find this?
UFO in Serbia. We're going to go to Serbia.
What?
Yes, we've got a Serbian film here on American Death Camp, believe it or not.
In our first Reddit video also.
Yes.
I think ever.
Oh yes, Reddit checking in for the first time. They don't mess with us like Instagram does. Google, like I said, Google was catching on to us.
Let's see.
Hopefully Reddit's cool.
Oh my god! What the fuck? Tata! Tata!
Looks like a book.
It's a flaming Quran in the sky.
Yes.
Tara, sнимай!
Flaming Quran.
Моля nešto te
Or I guess it's Serbia, so it'd be a Bible. It'd be a Catholic Bible.
Eno ga. What the fuck,
There's a
nešto?
burning square in the sky. This
Eno
kid's
ga,
looking at.
eto.
Isn't it weird the Serbians swear in English?
Yeah, they watch a lot of media
Oh
like
my
we do.
God.
They're
Oh
watching
my
American
God.
Death Camp. That's how they're learning English in Serbia. Indonesia's learning English from
Ali
us.
vidiš ovako?
It's very true.
What the fuck?
Oh, wow.
Stavi na internet,
That
tata.
is,
Majke,
you know, really...
He was
unique
doing good there for a minute.
otišlo, tata. Vidi koliko brzo.
Yeah, no, keeping
Tata.
good track of it.
Oh,
You have some maybe dropping.
yeah, it's definitely not one of those Chinese candle lanterns.
Ja
Yeah.
ti kažem da nesi kameru, ti spraviš
I mean, it
pamet.
could have looked like that. Maybe that lantern sprung a hole.
It's possible. Yes, I've seen that. I've definitely seen that. I've played around with those a little bit. Yeah, so there's another clip, everybody, that you all love, the UFO. Okay, and I mentioned Indonesia. I got to say hello to Indonesia. That we've got Indonesian fans out there, and we love you. We're glad to have you on American Death Camp. We're going through the analytics as we always do. We look at the points, the demographics. Canada, you were number 2. Now you're like number 16th. You've got to step it up, okay? But next to America, because we're always number 1, is Indonesia. Surprisingly,
That really took me for a surprise
yes, I thought
because
that was a great development with the show.
I wonder what their entry point was. I mean, maybe it was through the hardcore music we play or Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, it was My Wonderful Place. The YouTube Shorts
Oh,
is
yeah.
how they were filtered into here. So we're glad that you took a chance on us, Indonesia. We may even have to do a tour. We have to come out there and do a special Indonesian Death Camp episode.
Well, I don't think they'd like that.
Oh well, the name American Death Camp in Indonesia. There we go. They might appreciate that a little bit more. So hello to all the new viewers, new subscribers. We appreciate you. Remember, hey, Indonesians out there, give this video a like, okay, and also go to killpodcasters.com. I gotta plug it to the Indonesians out there. All right. So that was a good UFO video, by the way. I like seeing some of these as we get into this show, and the more UFO stuff I find and I play, it's getting better.
Yeah, see,
We're getting better footage out there.
I can see why Christians would think it's demonic, right? Because
Yes.
I mean that was like glowing red fire in the sky.
Yeah,
it looked like a
chariot in the sky.
It looked like a biblical angel or something.
Yes,
you know?
Chariot of the Gods is going crazy.
Okay.
So we got one last alien video
Ooh.
to finish this whole alien segment, and somebody's gonna break down alien biological systems.
Really?
Yes. So
Okay.
I want you to type in alien body breakdown.
This is okay.
This is a full biological breakdown of I believe the Greys. You guys know Zeta Reticuli is the system that they're from.
Isn't it weird that you just know that word when you're a kid? Like we
Oh,
have
yeah.
so much alien culture in America. Like when I was a kid, I knew what Zeta Reticuli was. Just because
Before I knew the branches of the government.
Yes.
Before I ever took a government class, I knew all the star systems that all the aliens came from. Thank you, Mr. Lazar, by the way. Thank you, Coast to Coast, Art Bell.
Can we just jump into this?
Oh yes, let's just play it. They're gonna break down alien biological systems for us.
Oh, Ebens. That's
Ebens,
what
yes.
that is.
The Ebens.
A creature about 3 foot 4 to 3 foot 8 inches tall.
I need that for my voice on the show sometimes. A
Their
modulator.
eyes are extremely
Little
large,
megaphones for.
almost
Oh
just
yeah.
like a style. Their eyes have a couple of different inner lids.
I love the idea of being so
gaze were
paranoid you have to
extremely
distort your
bright,
voice for
probably
your
twice to
silly
3
little
times as
TikTok.
bright as ours, and I think they have just two
Some America's Most
openings
Wanted stuff.
where our nose would be. They have a small mouth, have no teeth as we know it. They have a hard gum-like area. Their internal
I love
organs
the
are
3D
quite
imagery here
simple.
going on. Oh,
They have a one
we're
organ
looking at the lungs
which
here,
does
the
the job
respiratory
of our
system of
heart
the
and
aliens.
lungs. Their digestive system is really simple. Their skin structure
What
is extremely
is the basis of this? Like, what source could he possibly be pulling from?
and hard.
The Black Files,
Probably
obviously.
hardened from their skin.
Come on.
What are the
He's
Black
He's
Files?
an
They have
inside government
some basic
guy.
organs.
Yes,
Their
yes,
brain
yes.
is more complex
The
than
Black
ours.
Files.
Oh,
It
yeah,
has
the ones.
several different lobes than ours have.
The X-Files, if you will.
Their eyes are where
I
our
like that the brain
eyes are
sits on
controlled
top of
by
the
back
eyes.
our head. Theirs is controlled by the front of the brain.
Above
Their
the
hearing is
bocce
quite
ball
better than
eyeballs.
ours, almost better than a dog's. Small areas.
Almost better than a dog.
their
They
sexual
perfected
organs
intergalactic
are-
travel,
they have
but they can hear almost as good as a dog.
Yeah, almost. They can almost hear you coming home from work.
Excrete waste. They have another organ, which I don't know if our scientists determined what it was for, but they believe it's to transfer the solid waste
an
and the liquid
asshole,
wastes.
dude.
They have hands without thumbs and 4 fingers without
They don't
any
need thumbs, okay?
Their feet are web-like.
I have some
Small one,
categorical
like
reasons
approximately
why people should look at this. like bullshit.
350 to 400 Earth years. It's my understanding that the aliens have an IQ of over 200.
That's,
Not-
uh,
They have a
that's
religion,
exceptional,
but
to be
it's a
honest.
universal religion. They
It's
believe
also
in
like-
the universe as a supreme being.
Tops out the scale.
Aliens.
Like, I don't even know
Yeah,
if that's
That's Max.
All types of
legitimate.
music, but especially
Oh, they love
ancient
music, I guess.
Tibetan style music. They do eat vegetables.
that they'd be really into
They
like
like
trance
vegetables.
music.
Oh,
And
they're
their
into
favorite
vegetables?
dish or snack is ice cream, especially strawberry.
Like strawberries
not-
and cream.
Not only are we completely breaking down their the respiratory system and how they eat and their ears and their IQ, but we also apparently know in the Black Files that aliens like strawberry ice cream.
We know what snacks they like.
Yeah, wow.
It's-
they come to know them very personally, apparently.
This is like when American evangelicals like make up. They're like, I went to heaven and Jesus had a motorcycle. Like, it's at a certain point you have to wonder. It's like, does their brain lack that mechanism of self-consciousness?
Oh, I would imagine so.
Because like to put this together and like reach the point where you believe it enough to put it out unironically, you're either a grifter or you don't have critical thinking faculties, or you don't know how facts are, what role they actually play on this earth.
Oh yeah. Well, you know that this is all part of some early '90s disinformation campaign.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
come
no.
on
If you
now,
read
come
this
on.
out of a book,
He's sitting there and he's like, "They like Rocky Road." I mean, that's a dead giveaway to me. He's breaking all this stuff down. He's getting so into it, and then they give you a couple little fun facts at the end there. And they also like to go bowling.
right? It's
You
just
know?
like too much. It's
Yeah.
like when it reads like one of those Bible tracts where they're like, yeah, and you can pet your dogs in heaven, every dog you've ever had.
Yes, all the animals you had will be waiting there for you. Yes, and they haven't aged. They haven't aged one day. As nice as that is, as fantastical as it is, you guys know that I'm a fantastical idea and believer fan. So, but I thought that was a great video. I liked. I want to believe some of it, but then it's just total BS a little bit. And that's what I don't like about some of this stuff, is that they're pulling my leg. I'm too trusting. I'm too gullible. Just let me know. Just give me the truth.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
Me too, man. I hope I didn't seem like my guard was too up. I like to have fun with this material, but here's what turned me on.
That's why I got you on the show.
This little hashtag here.
Yes, everybody. By the way, always look at the comments, look at the posts, look at the hashtags. Yes, let's do a rundown of the hashtags on this.
So they've got hashtag SSP and hashtag Secret Space Force. So SSP is the Secret Space Program, which is an online community of people, much like the gang stalking community, that have deluded themselves.
It's not a government agency.
No, the Secret Space Program is. They claim it's a government agency that abducts babies or has them made off Earth, like on Mars, has you secretly trained as an assassin, and you carry out several missions for the Intergalactic Federation.
No. When you're getting into the kidnapping babies when they're young to recruit them thing, when it's interconnected with the alien stuff, that's where you start to lose me.
Yeah,
already.
So anyone who engages with the Secret Space Program narrative is either disinfo, which is very unlikely because the government thinks it's literally too retarded to even weigh in on, or they're a dishonest person who will try to sell you hypnosis courses so you can regress to your past life in the secret space program.
Oh yeah, a lot of snake oil salesmen, alien oil
Alien
out
oil
there.
salesman.
Alien oil salesmen out there.
A lot of Draco oil salesmen out here, reptilianoid salesmen.
Yes, we might get into that a little bit. We might start doing some alien oil sales.
I would love to, like, because there's there are like clinics.
Scripting information about all this stuff.
There are people that will like search you for implants. Like, that's a service you can go find.
Oh, you don't have an implant?
I'm not from an alien that I know of. I got a Prince Albert on the head of my dick.
That's considered an alien implant too. Okay. Any of those genital piercings are definitely an alien implant. Okay, I'm calling it right here. Okay, you don't see many people with that. Okay, I think those people need to be examined. Just like the people that go on, Mari or whatever those shows back in the 90s and say they got an implant. I think those people need to be checked out too.
Oh, did Mari do alien implant stuff?
I don't know if he did, but I know Springer had brought that up at one point. That's more of like a Geraldo Rivera kind of thing. You know what I mean? Or Sally Jesse, maybe she would have touched on something like that. But or Donahue. That definitely seems like a Donahue bit.
Alien implants. What does the audience think?
Yeah, and then they'd all hate it and rally around that. Yes. We would have done well in the Donahue crowd.
Oh,
in the audience.
God.
Oh, we would have done amazing.
You know what was really...
Too ahead of our time.
I think one of the most valiant efforts was Moshe Kasher tried to reboot the Donahue format for Comedy Central. And I think it ran for like 4 episodes.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. No, like Donahue had good format.
See, they should have just waited a little bit for us.
A little bit?
Because now there's a huge audience for that kind of stuff. There's a huge want for the Donahue-esque formatted television shows out there.
Oh, especially with all the social unrest now, it would be so easy to, have something to talk about 4 days a week.
Yes, definitely. Oh, and exploiting all that stuff, but in good fun.
Yeah, money.
Yes, because we all know the deal with those shows now that it's all come out. So we would all play along harder than we would have back then, instead of just straight up believing all that stuff. Big fan of all those shows. So that's all the alien stuff I had for today. I know the people out there like that. Maybe the Indonesian audience likes the aliens. The Indonesian audience, let me know in the comments if you like any of the alien stuff. We'll produce some more for you. Or send us, if you guys have your own UFO videos that you've taken.
Oh, yeah. And if you can't write in English, write in your native language and we'll translate it.
Yes.
We'd still love to respond to your comments.
Yes. As much as Google likes to mess around with us on the audio in some of these videos, they do help us do the translating for some of our messages we get from fans. So don't shy away from sending it to AmericanDeathCamp@gmail.com.
Or if you are Indonesian, feel free to call our American number at 773-492-2440, and we'll play your voicemail on the air.
Oh yes, that's a lot of fun stuff. We do have one voicemail.
Oh yeah.
If you want to go ahead and get.
Oh,
to
I
that.
would love to, man. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you
Mac.
for your calls. By the way, we appreciate all the audience participation. It makes the show a lot of fun. People seem to look forward to this. I believe it's the very top one.
All right. Okay, we got a new voicemail. Here we go.
Hey, this is Scott Emerson again, calling in from Big Spring. I don't know who the fuck that guy was last week who said that I was the same person as Mike Buchanan. Mike Buchanan caused me a lot of headaches, and I'm looking for him.
That's how I feel about a lot of
why the hell would I
people.
be going around asking about him if we were the same person? Come on. Goodbye.
Okay, thank you, Scott Emerson, for checking in again with us. Yes, so
more developments in the Mike Buchanan, all-out brawl.
Yeah, see, and we were going to have Nathan on the show to help dispute some of this and talk about this a little bit. So a gentleman last week called in, Mr. Goldstein, actually.
Yeah.
He called in his theory, well, I don't know if he had any evidence for this, but he was saying that Scott Emerson and Mike Buchanan, the man we've been looking for in Big Spring, are in fact the same person. But Scott's calling in to dispute that claim.
I mean, I have my doubts, too. I think Mike Buchanan is, he just strikes me as such a real guy, such a distinct entity that, I don't think that,
Yeah.
it's not some dumb character someone's putting on. Mike's a true blue weirdo who thinks he runs a small town in Texas.
I have heard that he is a legitimate businessman.
Yeah?
Yes, and he's got some law offices that he's affiliated with.
Oh, really?
That are international, I believe.
Oh, wow. He practices
Yes.
international law.
Yes, I've been
Jeez.
doing some more work on this, everybody, a little Deathcamp detective work, and I've been finding all these things. These are all claims that I'm having trouble proving. That's why we're trying to get some people on here from Big Spring to help with some of these controversies.
So we're at 20 minutes on the death clock.
We're on the death clock. Okay. Well, thank you, Emerson, for calling in. Hopefully pretty soon we'll touch on the Mike Buchanan stuff, get it all cleared up with Nathan Torres. Okay, so I've been hanging out on Twitter You're an X guy.
Oh yeah,
Right,
I'm there a lot.
We're both on X. He's at Piss Magazine. I'm at Stone Fox Detroit, obviously. And I like to watch a lot of videos on there. I don't just do it on YouTube. I don't just do it on Instagram. Are you familiar with a man named Matt Walsh?
The conservative, right?
Yes,
yeah.
The What is a Woman?
Yeah, okay, yeah, I've seen him on shorts.
You can't answer anything. You can't seem to give me a concise answer on this. What is a woman? It's that guy. He actually kind of does his own little Deathcamp thing.
Oh, really?
For his own podcast show. Yes, that's on, what's that network him and Shapiro are on? Wire?
Daily Wire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to Daily Wire.
It's the only time you'll hear that on this show.
The amazing featurettes and podcasts you have on there. I do like, what's that woman's name? Not Clarence. Oh my gosh. What's the African American woman's name?
Candace
Owens. Oh my gosh.
Owens.
Candace. Didn't mean to race bait there at all. Shout out to Candace Owens. Hot mom, Candace Owens.
Certifiable MILF, Candace Owens.
Rotten Tomatoes certified hot MILF. All right. So Matt Walsh is going to break down what's wrong with tipping.
Okay, let's
we'll
see him completely dismantle this American institution.
He's got some slights to work out against tipping in America. So let's see what he says here.
Own position on tipping has radically changed. I mean, I used to be a big tipper, and now I find myself way on the other end of it, where I don't want to tip anyone anymore. And I used to be 20% at a minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty typical.
Well, that's not how I look at it anymore. And 20%, it's like that's almost a maximum. Now your baseline is 0, and you got to earn the tip. And I talked to a lot of people that feel the same way about it. And it's not our fault. You pressed it way too much in the customer service industry. Everyone wants a tip now. Everywhere you go.
Spare change,
Squidward cut.
My own position on tipping has.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's very good. Man, his standards are just like it's hard to please Matt Walsh. That's the one thing I'm learning from this. Okay. And not only is he going out and making people serve him, he's like, now you've got to earn extra. You've got to really impress me. I got a question for you, Matt Walsh. What is a tipper?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you answer that for me? What is a tipper? Okay. You can't give me one answer. All right. And minimum and maximum. You know what? It's a cultural respect thing. It's a societal respect thing. I think you should be tipping. Like, when you're going out to dinner, there's an unspoken thing about like you should be tipping. I mean, sure, you get a very rude waitress. You know what I mean? I mean, then there might be some room to not tip as much, not tip the 20%, the maximum, but to just go all in on the 0 right when you're already walking into a place. I mean, that really says something about somebody, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I think 0% tipping is weird. It's reserved for literally only the worst case scenarios at a restaurant. And I don't know, man. It's like he doesn't bring up the fact and he doesn't take on the advocacy because it would contradict his conservative talking points he's probably made before.
Yeah.
That the reason we tip is because waitresses can legally get paid under the minimum wage. Yeah. So can bartenders. Most bartenders in our state make under $4 an hour.
Yeah, they don't make dick.
No, they don't make dick. And if you're lucky, you work at a restaurant that pays you $7 an hour, and then you get tips on that.
So why is he? I just don't understand him being judge, jury, and executioner on the tips, and like it's like you're helping these people too. They're coming. He knows, and he's lived his life through this. That these people work this job expecting the tips. They make their rent off of the tips. Okay, that's why they come into these jobs every day. Not just because they're great to it and they have amazing customer service, but this is something that's just ingrained in those customer service jobs, whether it's in the food industry, bars and everything.
The only people that think that tipping got pushed too hard are people that go to the coffee shop every fucking day and they have like this emotional reaction, like they're such pussies they get guilted into being like, when they slide that thing around that says select the tip.
Yeah.
Just fucking 10% of like $5 is what? Fucking 20, it's like 30 cents. I find myself tipping over what they allow because I'm like, anything under $1 isn't a tip. It's like a spit in the mouth,
Yeah, definitely. Well, at least you're not going 0.
Yeah, geez.
Across the board with him. He's
crazy.
Maybe I don't understand why he's getting he questions everyone's sexuality. He's all upset about I got to call this person this gender, and now he's getting upset about tipping. Dude, you're pushing it.
Yeah, he's just not built for the future, I suppose.
Yes.
He hasn't future-proofed his mindset yet.
Yeah, so Matt Walsh, you're going to have to do something for me here. You're going to have to explain this to me. Prove me why you're right about this, okay? And then answer the big question of the day. What is a tipper? Okay, Matt Walsh. I'll be expecting your answer, okay? StoneFox Detroit on Instagram, AmericanDeathCamp@gmail.com. You know how to reach me, Matt Walsh. We're going to move along to another guy that's just like him, who's upset about tipping.
Oh, I love it.
Yes. Are you familiar with Michael Knowles?
Michael Knowles? No, I don't know Mike.
So on this, I want you to type in robot.
Robot. Hey, do you mind if I pause for a second
and
knock some green off you?
Yes. Okay, we have Michael Knowles here. He's another one of these conservative talking heads, okay? He's one of those America First, one of those guys, turning point kind of guys.
Yeah. So, just an American nationalist, Western chauvinist kind of dude.
Definitely. Right up our alley, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
So he's in one of those Amazon stores. You know, one of the no-employee Amazon stores.
Yeah, you know what? I was living there when they opened the first one, and I saw this video today. I didn't know it was Michael Knowles. But I'm ready to play it.
You're familiar with this?
I'm familiar with the store.
Good. Okay.
I think it's weird that he's reporting on it. It must be new to his city because, I mean, this thing happened in 2018.
Yeah, this is some, a little bit of boomer stuff where you see something you've never experienced before and then you're, finding things to get mad about it because it's just change.
Yeah.
Change that you're not used to. You know what I mean?
And it's like, dude, it's weird. You know what's weird to see?
Fully automated thing. This isn't canceling jobs. It's not. It's not cutting anybody's employment in America. Okay. So let's see what happens here with him in the Amazon store.
Express at the airport.
Amazon Express. Thank you, Michael.
Right. So wait for this.
I believe normally you don't even have to scan your items, but he has to at this one. So at the one in Washington, you just sort of sign up.
Yeah.
There's some sort of turnstile, and your phone knows that you're an Amazon member, and it opens you up. And then it just charges your Amazon account.
I'm not going to see any employees.
See, I think that's amazing.
It really is like getting to that 0%. Right? Fuck 100% employment. I want 0% employment.
Yes. Okay. I don't want to mess with anybody.
Now, I'm going to flip you around just so you see what I see.
I don't want to talk to anybody. Except for myself in the store.
See that? So I'm going to say next.
He's at the register here.
It's like this is every supermarket in America now.
It's asking him to leave a
tip,
a percentage.
Would I like to leave a tip? I have not seen
it's
a single
generic
employee.
POS.
I have scanned my own Perrier.
See, that's the first red flag. Is that he's getting a Perrier.
Wants me to tip it.
It's the first red flag, everybody.
You watched that Andrew Tate video where he calls flat water gay?
Oh yeah. You don't like bubbling water? Well, I am drinking liquid death.
Rich man's water.
I am drinking a sparkling water right now.
I love sparkling water. I'm not poor.
Oh yes, of course. Well, and I like it. I'm not afraid of the bubbling water. So, AT, I know you're watching out there from somewhere from Romania. I'm American Death Camp is pro bubbly water. Okay, so you don't have to question our manliness here at American Death Camp.
So, since there's no one staring Michael Knowles in the face, does he have a right to act upset? Because he can just hit 0 and no one's going to judge him.
No, definitely not. I don't know why he's getting upset about the tipping here. And for one, even if it was to go to the robot, okay, AI lives matter.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael Knowles. All right.
What if those tips are used to pay the serviceman the health care that robot needs?
Yeah. There's electricians who come in here to help fix the store and keep things running, air duct guys. There are things that people need. Somebody who does own this store that needs to keep it running. Okay. There are some human hands involved here, Michael Knowles, that you're not thinking about. And somebody who's a conservative talking head, okay, should understand that there are blue collar men associated with some of these stores.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
Yes, which you're supposed to be a spokesman for and a mad supporter. So I would just calm down on the robots. Okay, the robots are just as equal as all the blue collar hard workers out there.
Well, you'd expect, if conservatives really stuck to their guns, they'd want everyone to own their own robot automated maximized capital store like this. Being mad that this store he's not mad that it's hyper efficient. He's not mad that it's capitalist in nature.
Yeah.
He is mad that he got asked to tip nobody. He got mad that he had to click an X button.
Yeah,
that's so silly.
A man who makes multiple six figures a year, I'm sure. He gets paid what, right, like $20,000 to do one of the speaking events like Shapiro does, those kind of things, and he's upset about that.
Dude, Milo Yiannopoulos' speaking fee is $16,000.
Hey, that's kind of a good discount compared to some of the other guys.
Yeah,
out there.
And
Milo, let's get you on the show.
Yeah, we'll pay you $16,000.
Yes. We'll give you the $16 to come on the show and watch Alex Jones videos with us.
We'll let you tell people we paid you 16 grand.
Yes, I don't think Milo would be upset about the tipping either.
No.
Yeah, Milo's a tipper. He can tell me what a tipper is.
Oh yeah, Milo likes tips, all right, whether he says he does or not.
He knows all about the tipping. Yes. Oh yes, he does. Oh, that's fucking funny.
Yeah.
So another person. So besides the the tipping at the restaurants, there are people that you probably shouldn't tip. Okay, because you don't know whether they have nefarious things going on or they have ulterior motives. Okay.
Oh, that pizza guy could be an Al Qaeda. You never know.
Oh, you never know. He could be his own disability scammer. You have no idea. You don't know if he actually works for Domino's. Okay? Just because there's a sign on the car doesn't mean he didn't steal it. Okay? All right. So this leads into the next video I'm going to show you here. I want you to type in scammer.
Okay.
Okay. We're all about the schemers and scammers.
Scammer,
like showcasing them.
Wow, make $100 grand a year on disability?
Yes. Apparently, a man makes 6 figures a year being one of those panhandlers. So we're going to see how he went about this. This is going to start off like. You'll see for yourself here. There's a gentleman in a wheelchair here. News is interviewing him.
Chances are you've seen him.
Try to get to the restaurant.
Sympathized with his wheelchair, his drawn hands, his story ripped at your heart.
Damn, give me money and to get some eat.
This was the character I was originally playing on the show. Actually,
I was a millionaire one time. Sue Honda of America, $2.4
I hate how many lingerers I've met in my life. I've met a lot of people.
That actually is the truth. We did some research, and sure enough, Thompson's mother was the plaintiff in a 1993 lawsuit against Honda for a motorcycle accident. The wreck left him with limited mobility, but it certainly didn't make him mentally handicapped, and we knew better.
What?
He busted this bogus beggar right outside the police department, just minutes after a press conference about him.
Appreciate you guys busting me. Yeah, I'm really good at it, really good. I clear about $100,000 a year doing this.
wow.
Yeah, about 60 to 100.
The 30-year-old said he's from Austin, Texas, and has done the same thing
Austin,
there.
Texas,
He also says he's got a degree in speech-language pathology. He's combined that training with his wheelchair and found that panhandling pays.
Need to move to another city and start this?
No, I'm not. I'm just beginning.
And just like that,
he's just beginning.
My bead boy. I'm just playing. I got.
Oh
wow!
Yes. Now this is, ladies and
What a
gentlemen,
contemptible.
yes. Talk about a grifter. Okay.
That.
In Austin, Texas. I bet some of the Big Spring people might know him.
Oh
okay?
man!
I'm sure that they do, and he's just getting started. Okay, he's going to be running a multi-billion-dollar industry one day.
He's
going to
panhandlers. So there is actually a panhandling network that operates out of the northern Midwest.
Yes. This is kind of the message I'm getting out here too. You got to be careful when you're giving money to some of these panhandlers, dude.
Well, so the panhandlers here, they rotate in a circuit. A lot of them are from out of town. They get bussed in or driven in by usually a manager, someone who would be like this fella right here, and they're told just to collect money. And I know they're not really fucking homeless. You try to give these people a blanket, they won't take it. You try to give them food, they tell you to fuck off. And it's just sort of a known thing that there are panhandling syndicates, because you can, if one man can clear $100K a year, as if he works at a legitimate sales job, you get 7 of you guys, you have a damn near 7-figure fucking business.
Yeah, you get a little platoon there.
Yeah.
Of panhandlers.
Are we trying too hard? Are we in the wrong business?
We might. I think we could meet it somewhere in the middle, and we could have a panhandling podcast. Okay,
we just live stream while we
live stream while we're doing it. Please, we need to fund our network.
That would be, a guy who
we'll put on the neon vests, stand on the corner.
It being an e-bum, like you're just on TikTok live with a sign that says "Please super chat."
A literal e-bum.
Yeah,
dude, that's so funny. They call it e-bagging and everything. This is literal. We're gonna take it literal. Okay. Oh my gosh. Remember, this is all intellectual property that we own now because we're coming up with these ideas. You guys cannot steal this.
This is proprietary technology.
Yes. So we're gonna we'll figure out a name for ourselves. I mean, the Kill Podcasters Network is great, but the Kill Panhandlers Network.
Oh, you always need to name the secret inner circle something different.
Yes.
Something called the Fist. Or,
yeah.
Or in this case, the fucking cupped hand.
Yes, we're the cuppers.
The cuppers.
We're the cuppers. Yes, I like
So
this.
silly.
I can respect his grift a little bit, a teeny little bit with some of that, but he should be live. Like I say with most of these guys, they should be doing this live streaming. They should be podcasting while they're doing these things. Do something creative too.
How did they bust him, man? I mean, because he could just be like, I have a degenerative brain disease.
Well,
I guess
you got to be careful because when you're being interviewed and everything, you can't give all your information away. He told the truth too much. He told them his real name, and then they looked up the records.
Yeah, and the Honda. Yeah, he should have been like, my name's Skippy.
Yes, and apparently there was a press conference about him. They found out.
Yeah.
So
I wonder what
he's
that
definitely
press
in some hot
conference was
water.
about.
Probably about him doing these things.
Yeah, or and it could have been maybe like, hey, here's a prime example of why we need to help our homeless.
Yes.
And then they bust him right
And
outside.
they're like, oh, wait, you're not actually like this. Oh, no. So, yes, Michael Knowles and Matt Walsh, these are the tippers you need to get upset about, okay? These are the people you should be mad about, okay? Not the robots, okay?
But the homeless.
Yes, but yes, he might not even be.
No,
so,
he's clearing
but
$100K a year.
yes.
He's got a bank account.
Oh, yes, he's got a nice apartment. He's got a nice condo somewhere, I'm sure.
You know what's weird, though? There's no way you can clear $100K a year begging. Because the IRS will assume you're a drug dealer. If you say you're a street performer, the IRS almost always investigates you.
He carries it in a plastic bag, probably. Oh, he's probably sitting on it in his chair.
Yeah, his fake colostomy bag is full of fucking.
Oh, dude,
rolls.
Talk about going the full 9 with your act. Is having the colostomy bag and everything. Oh man, talk about pulling heartstrings, people. I don't think that's right. You know what? I'm not going to tip him. I'm tipping no, but now, you know what? I'm going with Matt Walsh now. No more tipping.
Yeah, we're Walshers.
No, it's disappointing. It's disenchanting. I think we found our statement on Deathcamp. No more tipping, everybody. Okay.
So the death clock is at 36 minutes.
Yes. All right, everybody. So we're gonna switch gears here a little bit. I got a different video here. I don't know how much you're into personalities on Instagram, especially ones that are health advisors.
Oh,
you like anybody that does any health stuff?
You know what? I think Thomas DeLauer is the only health and lifestyle guru I've ever been like. His information is correct, and he's not being annoying about his supplements.
Yeah, no, some of them I like to listen to, and then some of them spill tea about themselves that make me completely think about all the stuff, the advice I took from them. I'm like, are they a complete quack? I got to rethink this. There's a guy I want you to look up here. Type this in: Certified Health Nut. He's going to talk to us about an incident that he did that I thought was rather weird.
I ate nothing but black walnut hole for 6 months, and now my ass fell out.
Yeah, I usually listen to these people, but then once in a while they say something nutty, and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have been listening to him at all, spending all that time.
He starts out with, I had been drinking and I'm going to assume the next word is weight in booze.
Possible. This is possible. It's close enough. Some of the booze tastes like this stuff, so.
My own urine since 2005.
No!
I heard it was a health thing or whatever.
Do not drink adult urine. It is not
I was driving to
sterile.
San Francisco
it for
and
like,
I didn't want to
15
stop,
years,
and so I peed in a cup and I drank it, and I was like, that's not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked the energetic. It's like a hair of the dog. It's like you're a biocomputer, right? You're a complete intelligent being, right? And then this just came out of you, and you put it right back in, and it's like a diagnostic tool. It's like a hair of the dog. It's like, this is what's going on with you. And now it's like, if there's too much coffee, I'm like, oh yeah, I don't like that. I can feel things.
You can tell.
I can feel things for sure. It's a diagnostic tool. I snort it. I age it, and it's amazing to sunbathe with it.
Really?
And
how long do you age
I mean,
it?
look at the color of my skin.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm Irish.
Don't I look like I'm dripped in
zero
piss?
Sunscreen. My sunscreen is my nutrition. And I'm not advocating for anybody to do it. I'm just reporting live from
telling
planet
you what you're
Earth.
doing.
Troy Casey reporting live. This
Troy
is what I've
Casey,
done
everybody.
for the last 2 decades.
Yes, that's something you should also put on your Hinge attributes.
Yeah,
when you're looking for a date, make
I
sure you say up
tan
front,
and piss.
that you've been dipping yourself in piss. You've been drinking. You've been snorting it for 15 years. That's something to definitely release.
Can you imagine going into the doctor and being like, hey, I have a deviated septum? They're like, hey, man, we all make mistakes with drugs. And they're like, no, it's from piss snorting.
You think he goes to a traditional doctor?
No, he probably goes to
Doing
like
that?
a Chinese herbalist or something.
He's probably been turned away by so many family clinics.
It's like, you're being argumentative.
Yes, that's a little crazy. So I'm here on Deathcamp. We're not advocates of the drinking pee. Definitely don't tan in it. I don't know how good that is for your skin. Honestly, maybe the first go around might be a little detoxifying, but I think after that. it might be a little bad for you.
Well, here's the thing. Bacteria is present in adult urine. I read a study recently about the sterility of urine because people are always like, "Oh, you get a wound, pee in it because it's clean." No, there is bacteria in almost all adult urine. You should not, under any circumstances, fucking ingest that shit.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't touch that. I wouldn't want to smell it. I don't want to be near it.
Yeah, I think there's a reason Bear Grylls chilled on the pee drinking thing.
Yeah, and I mean, he had absolutely nothing, and he was at the stages of probably getting close to dying. That's the only time that might be acceptable, everybody, okay? And even he wasn't swimming around in it and bathing it, okay? He wasn't snorting it recreationally. Okay?
Well, I'm not a health expert, but I did hear that urine can actually, it causes your kidneys to work overtime. And so it can actually cause a dehydrating effect depending on the volume that you're
so it can make
drinking.
It can make it even worse.
It's
like drinking salt water.
Yes, exactly the same thing.
Okay. He thought he'd give it a shot, see if it quenched the thirst a little bit. Didn't work.
No, it gave him some energy. It's like, it's called adrenaline because you just made a mistake.
Well, it would be like if Bear Grylls did that and then kept doing it for 12 years.
At home.
At home in his free time.
His wife, he's like to his wife, "Hey, do you want some piss? I'm making some piss."
Oh, he's got to live alone.
Bear Grylls probably.
Yeah, even the disability scammer's not drinking his own pee.
Do you think he fucks?
Maybe.
I
don't know. There's some people are into some of that stuff. I got to remember that. So.
Yeah, you know what I like? I like fat guys in wheelchairs, but only if they're faking a mental disability. That's the only way I can come.
Yeah, you got to be snorting your urine to really get me going. Okay.
Gosh, I feel like when we do my show before your show's dirtier.
Yeah, what's going on with that? Yeah, we recorded a Piss Magazine before this, and we're flip-flopping the shows here a little bit, it seems, which is kind of funny. I like that. This is a little Deathcamp After Dark episode, I guess.
Yeah,
a little more dirtier. We'll see what you guys think about that. If you like the dirtier aspects, give me a comment. Okay, go down to the comments. Tell me about how much you like the man Thomas Casey drinking his pee. Tell me how sensual that sounds to you. And, speaking of shows and people on the network, we've got a new star on the network.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm talking about Mr. Paul Wincock, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know you're a fan. You guys are probably fans. Go check him out. He's on Twitter. What's his Twitter handle again?
At Paul Wincock.
At Paul Wincock.
And on YouTube, he is at P Wincock.
Yes, he's on YouTube as well, too. He's known for doing some controversial stuff, i.e., he's done a little bit of BF.
Yeah, a little bit of shoe polish face paint.
Yes. And, I found that he's not the only controversial figure doing this right now.
Right now?
In fact, Paul, if you're watching, hi, Paul. It's nice to talk to you. You might have a little competition out there, okay? I want you to type in, let's see, where is it? Yeah, it is. I want you to type in Paul Wincock. Let's type in the man's name. Oh, man. Should be the only result in there.
Yeah.
Not a lot of Paul Wincock in my content prep, but
man in whiteface competition.
Yes. There is a man who does the opposite of this.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, so I want to showcase this gentleman and see what Paul thinks about this. See if he stands up to his act.
Fuck! Where the fucking below at?
Where you at, Matt? Where you at?
We're Giants,
A little more color to his hair.
Groceries for the wife. Happy fucking Halloween.
He's dressed up for Halloween as a white man.
Here's the thing, man.
He dressed up as Paul Wincock for Halloween.
I find whiteface very funny. It was funny when Dave Chappelle did it.
He did it great, dude. Are you kidding? Yeah. He got the tan just down, just enough.
The only racial comedy that's ever gotten under my skin, really, because it's so openly hateful, and it's really only for a nanosecond, because I remind myself, oh yeah, this is a dead motherfucker who I don't give a shit about.
Yeah.
Except, he's quite a good stand-up. Paul Mooney.
Oh yeah, Paul Mooney.
Paul Mooney
that takes me back.
Hates white people. And he says that. He's like, I hate you honkies. I hate it when you come to my show.
Yes, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, you racist sack of shit. He was a great guy.
What was that movie that he was in within the last couple of years? He was in a movie where he played somebody's dad.
Really?
Was it, I think it was Candyman.
Candyman? Was he in the Candyman remake?
I think he was in the new Candyman. If I'm getting this wrong, everybody, please.
Here, I'm going to go fix the heater noise. You look that up.
Okay. So, yes, I was doing a little bit of research when we had a little bit of pause there. I could not find if Paul Mooney was in Candyman, but I'm like 98% sure he could be uncredited.
Hey, bro, are you thinking of Tony Todd, the guy who played Candyman? No, you know Tony Todd.
I do know Tony Todd. In fact, at one point, Tony Todd followed me on Instagram.
Tony Todd followed me on Twitter for a long time.
Dude, yes.
Yeah.
I like that he intermingles with his fans, and like he's a very genuine guy. So shout out to Tony Todd, by the way. If you ever discover this show, we love you. We think you're great. He's the original Candyman.
One of the best actors.
That's one of my favorite film series. That's why I had to see that. But I'm pretty sure he's in that movie, and if I'm wrong about that, please put it in the comments below so that way I can find out the truth. We can settle that once and for all. But once again, we're fans of Paul Mooney. Rest in peace.
You know what I love about Tony Todd?
Yeah, what's that?
Is the way he flexes his wealth.
Oh, how does he flex his wealth?
Very casually. Like
he's a big tipper, I bet.
Oh, big tipper. You can tell because it's like he'll like show a picture of his like a nice black Cadillac, which is a car that only a 70-year-old white man or a 54-year-old black man would buy.
Yes, he'd have a Fleetwood Cadillac.
and like he takes pictures over his like really nice pool, and his like house has a nice like it looks like it's in the hills of Hollywood. Looks great.
He doesn't even have to say anything about it. He's like, "What a great day it is."
No, 100%. He's like, "I'm just enjoying blunts. Check out my new weed strain."
Yes, he's just implying his life of luxury, which is how you should be doing that. By the way, okay, you shouldn't be getting mad and yelling about AI tippers. Okay, AI tipping.
I spent $400 on this mohair coat.
On this Perrier, this bubble water. So everybody, we're gonna do something fun here. Okay, we're gonna do a new segment on the show. Okay, a new segment, everybody, and this is a little bit of crossover with our sister show, Duh Heads. Believe it or not, I know we got some Duh heads out there. If you're familiar with Izzy and Rain's cousin, Rain's brother Mac. Okay, he's been talked about on the show a little bit. We've got some crossover. Okay, he's about to appear here on the show. We've got a new segment I'd like to unveil called Mac on the Mic from Cambodia.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we got a new graphic that pops up on the show. Yes, look at him. Look how dapper he looks. Amazing.
I mean, that is some lovely Cambodian clothing. I can't even front.
Yes, shout out to Trashy Internet Slut for helping with some of the graphics on the show. We got to credit some of the people that work on the show.
And can you please tell people who is this Eagle Man holding these children?
We've got a integrated loop here as well on the TV. This is also Mac. Okay, little background about Mac. Okay, he's an expat veteran.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he moved to China and then he moved to Cambodia where he's teaching children English. So he does a lot of stuff. Okay, he's a multifaceted guy. He's into music. He's into video games. He's big into tech. He's big into playing music as well too.
Yeah, big writer too.
Big writer. Yes. We may have some things in the works with him. So stay tuned for that. But we had originally reached out to him because he had appeared a little bit on Duh Heads, and I thought, oh man, this guy would be great to call in the voicemail and everything. So he got a hold of me on the Instagrams, and it turns out he's not able to call into our voicemail because of international lines and all this kind of stuff. But he's on the internet, and he kind of gave me a lot of stuff to talk about on the show from him. He's been reviewing the shows on the network. He's been checking out all the media. He's got quite a few things to say, and I figured I would showcase a lot of. He's got messages for the people out there, so I want to showcase the messages that he's left us. So we're going to go through these. I'm not quite sure what's all on a lot of this stuff. I've listened to most of it, so we're going to listen to it a little bit, but bit by bit. And we're going to break it down. Hopefully you can get some good messages in there. And we're going to see what Mac has to say to us, okay?
All right, Mac, 1 minute at a time. Here we go.
Yes, here
Mac
we go.
on the mic. Oh. Hey, you know what? We'll have to pause for a second. Okay, technical difficulties resolved.
Yes.
All right, I can't.
These messages are very hot, so they break our equipment sometimes.
I mean, you can use whatever I have.
Whoa. Definitely not. 1 second. Okay, technical issues
We're
resolved.
ready to do this.
Double promise.
Third time's the charm, I believe.
Yeah, gosh. Man, Instagram does not like us.
I told you.
You can use whatever I have to leave you here. You can use these voice recordings at your disposal. I don't care. Do what you want.
He's a cool guy.
I love talk shows. I find it like a warm, comfy blanket. It's just an art, and also like a lot of the algorithms really negative. So you just got to find the goods to get something that's funny but not necessarily gossipy. You know, because
feels like criticism.
It don't like some podcasts almost turn into complaining, and I think it's important to outline the reality of what's going on, but it's just a fine line that it's an art, you know, kind of like Cat Williams is my favorite comedian.
Oh, he loves Cat Williams. It is a fine line, I will say that. between where it's between complaining and mocking when you're just observing culture and critiquing it a little bit. I do see how it can seem like it's complaining sometimes. I do wonder if he's talking about our show, if he's talking about Duttheads.
I think there's a lot of.
I do like his insight into some of this stuff.
Well, that's the thing is I do know he probably listens to an hour or two of our content a week,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
At least on the network content. And so, some of this I guess we could use as a mirror to ourselves. Check in. Are we gossiping? Are we complaining? Or are we making the world a better place for Mac?
Or are we just making art?
Yeah.
Are we just being artists here?
I think we are. We're here.
Like he says, there's a fine line. Okay. Let's continue on with his next little
Message number 2,
Yes.
Mac on the mic.
A few things I could say. I mean, I'm 36 right now,
maybe it's about
and at
him.
age 22, I was playing a lot of World of Warcraft.
Little background.
260 pounds, 5'7".
Oh, he's a big guy.
I realized that if I put a lot of effort into World of Warcraft, I could become the man that I always wanted to be. And I set the intention of being strong, smart, and fast. I wanted to do it the healthy way. I wanted to be full of endurance and strength, and I didn't listen to any traditional bodybuilder or athlete or whatever.
Hey, I'm a
I
Mike
kind
Menzer
of
guy.
did my
He's
own
not
thing
traditional.
and sacrificed Fridays and weekends and all the time I could to become a better version of myself. So I've slowly lost 90 pounds.
Nice. Good
I
job.
look
Good
good.
job,
I
Mac.
have like maybe 2 stretch marks. I feel great.
Hey,
I
I've got
look
tiger
and feel
markings
younger than I
myself.
ever have. I've also been doing keto for 7 years and carnivore for about 4 years.
That's a long
and
time.
have been sick.
Wow. So sounds like he really turned his health around.
Yes. I wonder what the spark is with that, Mac. You're gonna have to maybe at some point in these messages he might tell us what his inspiration was behind some of that stuff. But he's not listening to traditional bodybuilders, which I get because there is honestly a lot of misinformation out there.
Yeah.
Yes. A lot of those guys are on Deca and Tren and all this stuff. There's a lot of things they leave out. That's why I listen to the non-traditional bodybuilders as well too. You got to take it for yourself, but you've also got to, like he says, you've got to want to be smart. You've got to want to be fast. You've got to change things for the better. That's kind of the message I'm getting from some of that.
Well, and what's kind of interesting is, and I've noticed this with all the guys we work with, at some point we engaged with or are on an ongoing self-improvement journey.
Oh, yes.
And a lot of that is physical, and a lot of that is, managing your fucking weight and, managing your media diet.
Yes, the media diet's a big thing too, and analyzing the art that you're doing, stepping out from the outside perspective, checking yourself. That's a big thing I take away from this too, is checking yourself, seeing what you're doing, and seeing if you're benefiting from it, and if it's turning you into the man that you want to be. That's a big point. I think is a very special message actually. Let's do one more because I think he's continuing on here.
I've been sick twice in 7 years because my immune system is so strong.
I've been sick a few more times than that.
I also had to come to a boiling point and say, I don't like fat chicks. I don't like.
Some people don't.
Not for everybody. Some people.
We're learning a lot about Mac, okay? We're learning about his preferences. We're learning about his bodybuilding background. Continue on with this.
How people that are drinking are talking about nothing. And I noticed that.
Yes.
And I noticed that
Hopefully
a lot of
it's not talking
people
about me.
these days.
No, man. But
I've gotten that criticism a couple times. It's like I have one beer and everybody thinks I'm a drunk mocker.
No, I've never seen you drunk in my fucking life.
No.
But what's funny is, he's right. If you hang out at bars, if you're in the bar scene for any point in your life, you realize these drunks aren't talking about shit.
Yes. Yeah. Nothing important.
Yeah, there's nothing
that's going to change your life for the better.
Yeah, no, it's not Weimar Germany. No one's gonna say something and we're all gonna march on the street. What are you crazy?
Oh yes.
But yeah, Mac's on a roll here. Okay.
He is. Let's finish this one out. This is a good one.
Even at work, where I work as an English teacher, you have a lot of people staying stuck in their own primitive thinking and literally reacting off of what people react to. And I'm just thinking Like that's cool to like banter and to have some funny stuff.
Me and you.
But really, like it's getting me nowhere. I'm losing brain cells, and no one really has their own
Pause
craft.
for a second. You know, I literally was just saying on the last episode that there was commenters talking about losing brain cells. Okay, I promise you.
Is it Mike's sock puppet account?
It might. Maybe it is. Maybe so. Maybe Mike Buchanan is saying these things about brain cells. This is some melt your brain content, okay? But you're not gonna get dumbed down. Okay, it's not going to affect your ACT scores if you're watching this show. Okay, I think there's sometimes it's a little too far to take it there. Okay, you also can't watch like comedy and entertainment stuff and think like, oh, this is going to be stupid. Like I'm going to be stupider for this. Okay? Yeah. We're not trying to add any altruistic value to this or anything like that.
Yeah, no. If you already
taking it too seriously is the whole thing with that, you know.
Yeah, appreciating the finer things is a balance you have to find in your own time. It should not come at the exclusion of goofy, silly entertainment.
Yeah, and this is all part of, entertainment is recreation, okay? Sometimes you've got to take a break from the fixing yourself and improving yourself. You've got to relax, and you've got to rest, okay? And some of that is doing this, okay? Is watching a show like American Deathcamp or Duheads, okay? Or listening to Piss Magazine, okay? I had to throw some plugs in there. Do we have some time left on this message?
We got 16 seconds left.
Yes, let's let, I keep forgetting, this is Mac's platform, so I'm going to let him finish his speech here.
But really, like it's getting me nowhere. I'm losing brain cells, and no one really has their own craft. And that's what I think. Like everyone needs their own shit, and everyone needs their own projects and their own craft.
Yes.
Because if you do, then you always have something to bounce back on.
See, yes, I fully agree with that sentiment, Emmett. What did that leave you thinking?
Yes. Well, I do think having someone to bounce off of is great, Tanner.
Oh yeah. I love being here.
You know what? You haven't been in this whole segment. Pop yourself in here. Ghost in. Yes. Yeah. You know what we should do? Let's high five. Can we high five on the show for? Oh, that was a perfect high five.
Good.
Yes, we talked about how we've never touched on the show. We've officially touched on the show, everybody. Okay. Hearts and minds. Okay?
We're in the same room. This isn't a trick.
That got me motivated. Yeah. Honestly, Mac's messages got me motivated a little bit.
That was pretty sick.
I'm also a little self-conscious now about myself on the show. Okay, but just remember, I'm not the mocker here. Okay, this is all in good fun. This is for entertainment purposes. Okay, Mac, we appreciate you. That was a good segment.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks for appearing on the show. You know, can you show the loop again? That's been Mac on the mic from Cambodia. Everybody, thank you for all the way. How many miles is that? Like 5,000 miles away?
Yeah, it depends on which direction you go.
Yes, in which direction it may be closer to 9,000 or 10,000 the other way, but.
Man, I really like that new segment.
Yes, that was great.
I hope our Indonesian audience appreciates hearing what an expat feels about South Asia.
Oh, yes. I know at some point he gets into that. So if you're a fan, if you like the Mike on the Mac segment, Mac on the mic segment, it's a tongue twister, okay? He's got me all rattled with his criticisms and his point of view in life. So
what if
you got me thinking? What if I'm that? Now I'm questioning myself. This isn't supposed to be an existential experience, okay? This is supposed to be comedy and entertainment, okay? I'm going to go home and cry myself to sleep tonight. So that was good, but stay tuned for more. If you check back in with us, you'll definitely be experiencing some more Mac, okay?
Oh, yeah, we got plenty of messages left from Mac.
Yes, and I know he's out there. Hello, Mac. Thank you for joining the show.
Yeah,
okay?
Thank you for contributing.
Yes, that's our first correspondence, by the way.
Yeah.
First correspondence segment all the way from Cambodia. I didn't even think about that, dude.
Yeah, no, we've reached out to other people about being correspondents before, and, Mac's really the first one to come with fucking heat.
Yes.
Determination to work.
Yes.
That's why we love him.
He's got content. He's ready to go. He's obviously fired up.
Yeah.
That's what we have here at KPN, okay? It's a bunch of personalities that are fired up. We're ready to work. We're hardworking. We're grinding the gears. We're getting things going, okay? All right, so we'll check back in with us, and we'll hang out with Max some more next time on American Deathcamp. Let's get back to some videos, though.
Oh, would love to.
Watch some more, some dumbing down videos. You can ready to lose some more brain cells, everybody.
All right, death clock at 58 minutes.
All right,
so
cool.
We're in the freestyle period of the show.
Yes, everybody. This is where we just jump around to everything else. Who knows where we're gonna go with this stuff? Yeah. This is good. So, we got a video from 1980. Speaking of drinking and stuff and making you dumb. In 1980, they banned drunk driving.
Oh, yeah.
And I found a little video with some reactions of people who were interviewed about drunk driving and what they thought about it.
Oh, that's
and yes, this is like 40 years ago, dude. So we're gonna see how they felt about drunk driving back in 1980.
Dude, I remember coming across this clip on YouTube maybe a little over a year ago, and just being blown away that this is how America used to work.
Oh yeah, times have changed.
Driving here is viewed by some as downright undemocratic.
It's kind of getting common is when a fella can't put in a hard day's work.
What do you mean I got to tip at the Amazon store?
And then get in your truck and at least drink 1 or 2 beers.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. You have to wear a seatbelt when you're driving.
Kids in the car.
Oh darn, you got to wear a seatbelt.
She has an infant in the car, and she's mad she can't drink and drive.
She's probably chain smoking.
Yeah, windows up. When she quits, the baby quits. You start getting that. Man, you know what? Timmy was fine until I quit smoking, and then he started to get real nervous.
Oh yeah, and then we had the big wreck, so I had to stop drinking Jameson before we went on road trips.
Dude,
I think it's for the better that we've banned drunk driving.
Yes,
okay?
and then only 1 year later,
offense.
It only took 1 year after we banned drunk driving to ban child pornography.
Oh gosh, dude, yeah, double shot there. They realized they had to do that. They had to ban the other thing. I can't believe it took us that long, man. That's insane, everybody. Okay?
It wasn't a problem before then?
Oh, I'm sure it was. Yeah, it's like I wonder if there were like the abolitionist people were out there being like, this is wrong, and people were like, don't tell me what I like is wrong. What do you mean I shouldn't be into this? What do you mean she's too young for me? You don't have a child bride. You can't tell me what I need to be about.
My name is Chuck Waters, and as an age of consent abolitionist, I think I should have the right, the God-given right, to ask somebody, hey, can I have that daughter that you got? Can I take it? Here is 2 fine ox.
Yeah, those could be some valid points for back then, maybe, but that's not gonna hold up today.
No,
okay?
It's not.
Yeah, so we're glad the society has changed. I wonder what in 40 years is going to be illegal that wasn't today. You know what I mean?
Wow, that's a good question.
Probably shouldn't speculate too much on that. We might actually get into some trouble there.
Probably certain family structures. I kind of predict that solo adult adoption is going to take off.
There's probably some medical procedures out there that might not be too cool later on.
I've had this thought in my head for a long time. Like, what if someone wants to fully modify their body? Like I want to be a cube.
Yeah,
and so they're
putting the bagels in the forehead. Why couldn't they do the whole body?
Exactly.
Just turn me into a bagel.
Just turn me into a bagel. Take the organs and run them lengthwise, so I have a mouth and an end, and that's it.
Yeah, I want to look like one of those gray aliens.
Man,
okay.
There is.
I want to have my brain above the eyes, right here, right in the front of my skull.
Maybe we could cover that. There is somebody in America. They've got some Dr. Phil coverage, which does pretty well.
Oh, yes,
and they're trying to, through tattooing, go from being an African American woman into being a non-binary gray alien.
Whoa.
Yes.
You know, I've seen something similar to that, but I don't know if it's that far. We may have to cover interspecies race here on the show.
Yeah,
okay?
Intergalactic
race on the show.
Transracial confirmation.
We'll have a whole We'll have a whole transracial confirmation episode here on Deathcamp at some point soon. We may actually do that. Okay, the intergalactic race wars.
That's it. Intergalactic does really well when we put it in the title.
Yes, we're gonna have a whole intergalactic series. It'll be very, very controversial. And speaking of Dr. Phil, he's called into the show, so I have to shout out to Dr. Phil.
Shout out to Dr. Phil McGraw, fan of the show.
Yes. Calling in about my lesbian love affairs. We appreciate it. We haven't heard from Dr. McGraw since, but please call back into the show. Let's go. Oh yes, speaking of drunk driving, there's a vehicle that I would like.
Oh really?
I would like it's from the 80s. I would like a Toyota Tacoma.
Oh, Tacoma.
I have this little teaser here, which I thought was very, very cute and very exciting, too.
Is it just an old Tacoma ad?
Oh, yes. I think it's a little mix of, it's just an expose of Toyota Tacoma. Oh, yes, my favorite song right now on the internet. One of my TikTok Reels gym playlist.
Oh, did you hear about Americans complaining that they can't get Toyotas that are stripped back this much in America?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, they sell, people want, hey, no power windows, no air conditioning. Yeah. They want a car that they can mod out and just, put crazy 4x4 shit on or mount a gun on.
Yes, all that shit that they have to get specifically removed if they want to. It's cutting out all the bullshit so they can get right to modding and doing their own thing. I actually like that.
Yeah, it is.
Now that makes sense. Yes.
It's well, here's the thing, and I think the reason why we won't ever get base model cars in first world countries again, like something as simple as a Yugo, is because we're already moving towards $150 a month leases on like name brand cars. Like you can, in a couple of years, Sam Hyde pointed this out a while ago, you can probably get a Toyota Prius or Ford F-150 lease for probably under $300 a month.
Hey,
just because of just the rate of production, how the debt system is just set up.
Dude, yes. And if you're one of those credit card maxers out there, okay, if you're a cred maxer, you can go out there and get a car.
Yeah.
Go get a Toyota, max out your credit cards and get a Toyota Tacoma, mod it out. That's what you need to do. Post Malone was putting a chain gun on the back of his truck. That's what you need to do with this, okay? You need to get a mounted turret on the back of one of these Toyota Tacomas. Use your credit cards.
You know what would be really funny? Real funny? Okay. I'm not saying anyone should do this, but...
Well, this is our intellectual property. Anyway,
yeah, this is just fantasy crime I'm thinking about. What if you got a car from a dealership and then, they come by and they're about to repo it, but you've swapped the VIN?
Oh,
like maybe you've dropped in a new engine block. Maybe you just, maybe you know how to swap VIN numbers.
Yeah.
Would that hold up in court? Be like, sir, they cannot prove
that
this is the car they sold me. If they want to repossess that vehicle, they will have to find it.
It could have been the person you got it from. You don't know. You might not have nothing to do with it.
Now, but I will sell you this Toyota Tacoma that I have that is brand new. Different VIN number.
I need a brand new one, too.
It sucks. VIN numbers tell you everything. Make, model, year it was made. It's like your social security number on steroids.
Yeah, if you've been in an accident in 1993 and now you're a disability scammer making $100,000 panhandling. Your VIN number is going to tell them that, too.
What city do you live in where you're clearing $100K panhandling?
There's a lot of people in Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
It's a pretty vibrant big city. I've been to downtown Austin. It's really big.
There was a guy who was on Oprah. I believe he got some Oprah coverage. If something my mother told me in the 2000s happened, she saw it on Oprah. So he was a guy who would panhandle, but his shtick, and I might have brought this up on maybe Piss Magazine, was wearing a really nice suit and standing in the subway and being like, hey, I lost my wallet. Can I have $2 for a Metro card?
Oh, wow.
And then he would ask thousands of people a day that. He'd clear over $120,000 a year.
I'm approachable.
Yes,
respectable. Much like Bella Thorne, she's approachable. This guy's also approachable with his grift.
Yeah, the approachable haircut.
That I can get with. Yes, he doesn't look like one of those people trying to be an alien. I'm not gonna. Yeah, if you approach me and you're trying to turn into an alien, I'm not gonna give you $2 for a pass. Okay?
No, probably not.
I'm not gonna give you any money. Okay, and I'm not a tipper. I'm not. I'm not gonna donate to these panhandlers. Okay, that's not happening. I'm not even doing it to the AI robots.
Do you remember when we were like raising money for that like Gambian dude?
Oh yeah.
And then I don't know, we maybe sent him like $30. Like one of our producers, Big Weld, or one of our editors, interns, whatever you want to call him, Big Weld sent him some cash, and then like I don't know, there was a couple days in a row where he was like, I need more money, and we're like, no, dude, but we're happy that like.
Yeah.
This $20 that you said would last you a month has miraculously only lasted you 2 days.
Well, and Big World kind of confided in me. He was like, I feel like he was like he got greedy, and I was like, I feel like it's a little bit of that, but this is a thing that they do. Okay, this is a thing that they're reaching out. This is why they're
you beg.
This is why they're on Twitter. Okay, there's other people I've seen in these situations too. And it's all like they're just getting greedy. It's like this is a part of the plan.
Dude,
this is the business plan for some of these people.
I dated a TikToker once, and she raised $1,600 for a new cell phone.
Really?
Yeah.
With like a GoFundMe or
yeah, something like that, or maybe just a Cash App. But like, it was
invite 100 people, everyone gets a $5 thing. You know what I mean?
No, it was just like the weirdest thing ever. I was like, it's a nice phone. This person didn't have a lot, and they were like, yeah, I asked TikTok for the money, and they coughed it up, and I'm like, there's probably more to that story, but
Oh yeah. They're leaving out a little bit of their business plan there.
Yeah, like lying about being disabled, allegedly.
Oh yeah, 100 grand. I'm sure if she was trying to do that, she might.
I mean, I would never allege such a thing, but so other
This is
people
all
have
speculation. Everybody, okay?
Yeah.
This is a comedy show. We make jokes here. Everything we say is a joke, okay?
No, I've never had a girlfriend. I don't talk to people. I just haven't.
Yeah, I keep talking about this, dude. I don't communicate with anybody. You're the only other person I communicate with, okay? Yes. Maybe the audience I'm communicating with the camera. Speaking of money and people spending their things on money, I got this T-shirt.
Oh.
I got this wonderful
Yeah?
T-shirt. Yes. And if you can see, I'll move the mic away a little bit here. Yes, I can move it up. Yes, this is part of the production here. I can move the mic around. This is our wonderful friend Izzy, the couch philosopher. Okay, this is one of his official T-shirts. Okay, and I got it from Bohemian Grove. I got it from Bohemian Grove Clothing. I believe the website is up there, right there, bohemiangrove.com. At Bohemian Grove on Instagram. He's got a couple of shirts on there. He's got a Perfect Pop shirt, I believe he's got on there that I really like. So Anyways Train shirt. I think they've got a sale going on right now.
Dude, they have their year-end blowout right now, which is buy one,
do.
get the second one 50% off until the new year.
Yes, it's your last chance to get some good War Mode goodies. I'm a big fan of the War Mode. Shout out to War Mode guys.
The War Mode merch is really good, dude.
I know.
That shit really pops.
I just got a purple War Mode shirt.
Yeah, dude,
Yes,
the colorways are
big purple
nice.
guy.
Yeah,
Big purple guy.
Yeah, so if you like good colorways, really fun designs. I mean, they did the adrenochrome sticker that you can see featured on Deathcamp
Yes, I got some
sometimes.
stickers on the desk that are featured on my Deathcamp, the Deathcamp desk.
Yeah,
the
Death Desk?
the Death Desk. Thank you. I was trying to think of a funny nickname for the desk. We have all kinds of nicknames for everything on the show. So
Well,
yes,
welcome to American Desk Camp.
Yes, American Desk Camp, plural in there. So yeah, go check out Bohemian Grove. We love them. They're friends of the show. Let's get back to a couple videos before we wrap up this episode of Deathcamp. Okay, we're gonna do something. This will be fun. Do you like snakes?
Yeah, I actually grew up with a lot of snakes.
Oh, you're a reptile guy.
No, my brother was a reptile breeder. When he turned 18, he started breeding exotic reptiles.
We're learning all kinds of stuff here today about King Tanner, everybody.
Yeah, no, I've held a boa constrictor in my house.
And not at just like a Snakes Alive event at some fair that you held snakes. You've actually done it in somebody's home, somebody's residence.
Mine.
It's really cool. Yes, yours. Yes, yours. That's what I'm saying. Yes.
You had a lot of pets, some of which I'm not entirely sure, even with an exotic pet license, are legal.
Oh yeah. Well, we don't know that for sure.
No, I don't.
Of course.
But to that point, I will not name anything else I think we had.
Yeah. So let's see a giant snake here. I want you to type in python.
Python.
Yeah, we're gonna look at a big python. I believe it's in India. I wonder if they got pythons in Indonesia.
Oh, I reckon
snakes
they do.
in Indonesia.
Yeah, let us know the snake situation in Indonesia.
So they're definitely gonna like this content.
Drop us a line. Is this a snake that has just eaten something rather large?
I don't think so. I think he's just crawling around from what I remember. But he was so large that I was very astonished by this. So I wanted to show everyone the size of some of the snakes in there. When you're traveling internationally, you got to be very careful, especially if you're afraid of these things.
Oh, son of a bitch!
He's just like this large. Yes.
He has a.
He must have eaten something.
He has a small deer inside of him or something.
I see the bump on the. Yeah.
Wow.
But either way, he still is very massive, man. He's destroying a fence, trying to crawl over it.
I love that someone tied a leash around it.
Yeah, somebody's trying to wrangle him, keep him in the yard.
That's
when you own a 35-foot python. Everybody, you've got to put a lead on them. You got to put a collar on them to keep them in the yard.
I'll tell you what,
from getting the antelope.
A 9 to 12-foot ball python is already a handful, and they don't like you. And so I can't. A 35-foot snake that you feed livestock, that look like a small goat, or like a what is it? A jack? Those like small, medium-sized deer.
Jack. Within these countries too, they've got. I know you're familiar with it. They've got shamans. Unlike the Thomas Casey who's drinking the pee, these people are a little bit more legitimate when it comes to some advice, especially for the health and well-being. Some people go to them for religious practices and all kinds of things like that. So we're going to check in with this video here. I'm going to type in shaman.
Oh man.
Yes.
You know, I think a lot of young.
Maybe you can break down this religious practice or ritual that this guy's doing, because I was a little confused with this one. So
I would love to, because I fancy myself a religious scholar in my free time.
You're a Rhodes Scholar. That's why we have you on the show, to break some of this down.
Rhodes Scholar means a very specific thing.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, I think.
I thought it was very broad.
No, it's.
I'm obviously not one of those.
So it's one of. I didn't know either until this year, but apparently it's. I believe it is Oxford. Or it could be Cambridge. Some Britbong comment below, but their highest like honor society is like, oh, you're a Rhodes Scholar. It's like,
yeah.
So
I was just trying to say you're a distinguished scholar of
thank you
of education and the arts. So
I like to think of myself.
Who better to break this stuff down?
I'm a young Albert Pike.
Oh, definitely. So let's see what this gentleman's doing here. This is a practice I'm not familiar with. He's got some laser gun.
A yogic laser.
Toy gun. And someone is bowing very fast in front of him.
Yeah, this is...
Well, that does look like a lot of fun.
Quackery. This is... Huh, so, I mean, he's dressed like, and my Muslim audience, forgive me if I have this incorrect, he's dressed sort of like a mufti.
Okay.
A Muslim religious leader. I could be wrong. I very well could be wrong. But this headdress does not smack of India to me at all, or not Hindu to me.
Yeah.
That appears to be some sort of integrated faith healing practice.
Okay. With the toy gun.
Yeah, so yeah, he's clearly trying to be like, this laser will do something for you, and he's performing some sort of slapshot exorcism.
I will say that is a very annoying toy. Okay, even I thought my megaphone was annoying, dude. Imagine getting that in your head. Yes.
It's so it begs a couple of questions. Like,
it begs a lot of questions.
Is this the only healthcare that this guy's getting? Like, at what?
Oh God!
In his culture locally, how quick does it get to this point? Because in the West, a lot of people go to exorcism first, and a lot of people go to exorcism as the very last resort. But I don't know what it's like in the East.
Maybe this is what he's doing. Maybe he's exorcising the gentleman.
It could
with a Hasbro toy.
And you know what? That would line up a little bit more with Islam.
Yes.
Maybe there is some exorcism rites in certain Hindu belief systems, but as far as I know, I didn't know they exorcised jinn. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I'm thinking about doing something like this myself. I think I'm going to start doing some of these rituals and performances, and I'm going to start healing people with a bop it.
A bop it?
A bop it. You twist it, you turn it, you pull it.
Praise him.
Yes, we're gonna me and the person I'm healing are gonna do the dual bop it. Whoever gets the highest score is gonna get closer to God. I think that's how it might work if I'm gauging this correctly. If you're believers out there, that's how all this stuff works. So, thank you for breaking some of that down. I wasn't too sure about it.
I'll tell you what, that is. I think that would be unclear to a Muslim or whoever his religious kinfolk are.
I thought you were talking about the bop it.
No, I'm sure Muslims have seen a bop it, but it's probably called something like El Bapit.
Yeah, El Bapito.
I'm Al Bapit.
That's probably somebody's names. We gotta be careful there.
But yeah, no, any Indonesian listeners that happen to be Muslim or practice Islam, please comment what sect that might be or what nation that looked like it was from. It sort of looked like Pakistan, just going off, or Bangladesh, just off of the phenotype there.
Yes, please let us know. I'm very interested in that.
Very interested.
You can give the video a like as well too. Maybe share it, and then let us know in the comments what's going on with this.
I do believe it's either Indonesia. I think it's Indonesia has the largest population of Muslims in the world.
Really?
There's more Muslims in Southeast Asia than there are in the Middle East.
Wow. Well, those are our biggest fans, so we must cater to them a little bit, okay? And if we could tip you, we would. Okay.
Inshallah.
Yes. So, hey, we're not asking you to tip us either. Okay.
No, not yet.
Yes, not yet. Michael Knowles, you might want to stay away from our page. Okay?
Yeah, no, but feel free.
Matt Walsh, no.
Feel free to donate on killpodcasters.com and leave a note that you want the money to go to American Death Camp, I'll make sure he gets it.
Yes, of course. Well, we'll split it a little bit too. You're on the show too, okay? Okay, it's not just me. I'm not just the head honcho here over at ADC. Okay, I don't want to take all the credit.
I'm a mere producer and workman.
Yes.
I show up. I put my boots on one leg at a time.
So, well, yes, and I'm glad you're a lot like Mac. You're getting yourself together. You're doing the right things. You're better. You're stronger. You're faster.
Oh my
Especially
God.
on this show.
Yeah,
okay?
you should have seen me at 20.
No, you're doing better now. Looking forward. We're never looking back.
No.
Okay? That's part of the message of this show. Speaking of Middle Easterners, and this is going to lead to our last video of the day, everybody. Okay? Thank you for joining us. We've had a tremendous time. I thought I'd leave out on something a little controversial, a little exciting.
Fun.
It has to deal with one of my favorite figures among the internet. Okay? Mia Khalifa.
Oh, she's a mainstay.
You familiar with her? Have you ever seen any of her media? Anybody out there?
She's popped up and I've popped off. It's happened.
Oh, we're all popping when Mia Khalifa comes around. Okay, much like that toy gun, we're all going off. Okay, we're all making a lot of noise, a lot of annoying noises. But we're bowing like that gentleman was.
I understand she's having some marital troubles.
Yes, so she's going to talk a little bit about divorce here at the beginning, and somebody's going to get upset at her. I do want to showcase this guy's videos because I'm a big fan of him on the Instagram. His name is Black Spider Guy, at Black Spider Guy Advice. If you want to go check him out, he does a whole bunch of series of videos where he does edits and everything, and his own play on other personalities from the internet doing videos. So we're going to see what Mia Khalifa has to say, and we're going to see how Black Spider Guy reacts to it.
Married at 18, divorced at 21.
That's very
Second
early.
marriage, married at 25, divorced at 28. Third engagement, engaged at 29, ended it at 30. We should not be afraid to leave these men.
Leave these men? Didn't your last man leave you at the altar? Mia Khalifa, you just activated my trap cards. I activate the trap. What you do makes you who you are. When this card is active, any female monster acting like they didn't contribute to their own issues but lies online loses 2,000 common sense points.
Jesus!
Next, I activate the trap. Misery Loves Company.
That's some
When this
Yu-Gi-Oh
card is
battle
active,
going on
any
here.
female monster trying to get other female monsters to mimic their behavior loses 1,000 common sense points and $100 for Spider Guy to buy some socks. This brings your life points down to 0 and makes you lose the duel. Now you are banished to the Shadow Realm,
What
aka
a
Houston,
unique
Texas.
takedown.
Yes,
Married at
I love
18.
that turned into a Yu-Gi-Oh battle. I'm a big fan. I know we got some anime fans out there.
Yeah, that's really fun.
Yeah, Black Spider Guy versus Mia Khalifa at Yu-Gi-Oh.
It-
He's covered her a little bit in some other videos, so go check his stuff out so you can see him commentate on Mia Khalifa a little bit.
Mia Khalifa had a very brief porn career. I think it was 3 or 9 months, 6 months maybe.
Very brief, but very notorious.
Yeah. She said she only netted $12,000 in her 6 months doing porn, which is pretty typical. You don't
Really?
Oh, dude.
See, we need to get some residuals. She got tipped, but not in the right way.
Dude, so the thing with porn, man, is a lot of these girls, they get scoped by like a producer type, and
Yes.
they go live usually in a condo with other like porn stars he's managing.
Yes, a lot of headhunting going on in the porn industry.
A lot of headhunting, and the turnaround on these girls. Rashida Jones did a great documentary called Hot Girls Wanted, where I'm getting this information from. It's about 3 months before you've done all the production companies in town locally, and they don't want to use you more than twice.
Oh, wow,
tops.
you've already been cycled through before 6 months.
Yeah, the user base has already seen you. It's not Letterman. They're not going to bring on the same guest because people love him so much.
She's got something new to plug.
Yeah,
something new to plug here. She's plugging a new hole.
So I'm sure she's made a good career for herself afterwards, but I'm kind of sad. It's probably hard for her to find love. I imagine.
I mean, obviously, by 29, she's on the third
engagement
that she left as well too. And now she's I believe she's back. Isn't she back in the Middle East? Maybe.
I
heard something, or maybe she wasn't allowed to go back. There was some controversy with that. She wasn't allowed to go back to Pakistan, I think.
Oh wow! I mean, that could
because of the content.
Yeah, there was. She performed oral sex in a hijab famously.
Oh, that's right.
And I believe that's what caused the illegal battles.
Yes.
It might have been the UAE.
I've read about this. I've read about it. I don't think I've seen it with my own eyes. But
I know what a. I feel bad for anybody that unlucky in love for sure.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, three failure to launch marriages is just, it's such a bummer.
Yes.
But also,
you shouldn't be afraid to leave these men. You also shouldn't be afraid to tip these men.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you shouldn't be afraid to leave women either. There's
definitely. It goes both ways. Yes.
Like, live your life. That's the thing. What I do wonder about that last engagement, that fella said, Black Spider guy said, your third marriage, you were left at the altar. And I'm like, dude, I bet everyone in his life was in his ear like, dude, she used to do porn.
Or pulling it up on their phone.
Yeah.
I'm sure that happened a bunch.
Yeah.
That's got to be a deterrent a little bit. And as much as you try to probably see past that, it's got to be very tough.
It's like one of those things where it's like, do I want to answer for this for 40 years?
Oh, yeah, because then you're known as that guy.
Yeah. And it's like, I think that's a pretty shallow reason to walk away from somebody if you really loved them. But here's the thing. I don't know if you deserve a loving marriage if you're going to let something like, someone's past, you can't see past it, stand in your way.
So it may be for the better.
It may be for the better. Yeah. There's a better match for both of them out there.
Yeah. And whether she sees it that way or not, I'm not too sure on that, but I think that's true.
Don't you find it odd how many porn stars are married? It's quite a great number.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them are married to other industry personalities.
Well, I mean, you think that's got to be the only way to make it work.
Maybe.
Like, who else is going to get it?
Yeah, exactly. Or somebody that's a fan. I'm sure there's a lot of fan marriages out there.
Oh, yeah. Adam 22.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Adam 22. No Jumper. He's got a reality show coming out.
Yeah, he's got a reality show coming out.
His own little fish tank, bang tank. He's got the bang tank show coming out.
And he's got Questionable Taste with Adam 22 coming out.
Yes. That's what his podcast should be called.
Okay? I hope Crip Mac wins.
I hope he does too.
Yeah,
because he brought him on there as a goof, and then he won't realize when he wins
that God, I have to let my wife fuck Crip Mac.
He's become his own nightmare dealer.
He's seriously
on the show.
I do think he's part of me thinks he's trying to suicide bomb his marriage.
And then he's not going to be tipping. It won't be No Jumper. It'll be No Tipper.
No Tipper.
The No Tipper podcast.
I love that
he's got to save all his money for the divorce.
Man, okay. I can't wait until we get to that point because we're looking at property right now.
Oh, I thought you were talking about looking forward to divorce.
No, God no. No, we'll have Seth on the show to talk about divorce. Piss Magazine used to be mostly divorced dudes.
Oh, okay.
They're all like my age, but like divorced.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we moved away from the divorced almost dad format. It's a lot better now. This was a great video. That was a good insight. See, there's some wholesome messages here. Okay, I wanted to share something funny, but then we had some serious stuff about love and romance and what's important in your relationships.
Yeah.
This isn't. No, don't get me wrong. This isn't Dear Abby. Okay, it's Dear Deathcamp. Okay, if you have any controversial or troubling relationship problems, email American Deathcamp. Okay, at americandeathcamp@gmail.com. Maybe we'll go over it. We'll give you some advice.
I would love to do that.
Maybe we could do that. We'll start our own column here on the show. There's a new segment, everybody. Okay, we're gonna do Deathcamp. Deathcamp what?
Love line? No, we can't use love line. Oh wait. Heart Beeps with Stone Fox Detroit.
Yes, the Deathcamp Heart Beeps. Okay, we'll go over all your problems. We'll fix it for you. We'll tell you what to do right, and then we'll show you some funny videos and make you laugh too. Okay, that video got me going. It got me going so much I had to hold my religious totem, which is my little grimace here. I had to squeeze on him a little bit. It's not quite a shaman toy gun, but it's close enough for me. Hopefully he'll stand up there on the desk. Okay. All right. I got all kinds of toys now. See, most people have like mugs and all this stuff. I've got toys.
Yeah.
On my desk. I'm turning into an 8-year-old here on the show. All right, everybody. You know what? Well, first I got to say thank you for tuning in. Thanks to all the new subscribers. We got a bunch. Thank you, Indonesia. I want to thank all the people that appeared on the show today and all the videos. It's been a fun time. Tanner, I've had a fun time. Why don't you get some music going for me here?
Oh yeah.
Get a little bit of music here.
Can we get out?
I think we can. Oh, there we go. Check us out on Instagram, okay, and Twitter. All right, at Stonefox Detroit, at Piss Magazine, okay, and then give this video a like, a share, a subscribe. And as always, go to killpodcasters.com. Keith David, take it away.
Stone Fox is done for today. Thank you for stopping by. Tune in again next time on American Death Camp. Remember to subscribe and follow the show and other shows on the Kill Podcasters Network.